phones and phone struggles are huge. But here's the thing, right? Our teens, especially, are looking for these boundaries, especially at their age. It is really important that we give them these boundaries. Will definitely not appreciate them, but instinctively they need to know that there is that boundary there. And as a parent, once you've decided this is unhealthy, it's not serving them well, because you can tell that they're struggling in the morning, then once you've made that decision, what they need us to do is give them that boundary, but then to hold that boundary no matter what. So this is where it becomes difficult. What I like to think of when we set these boundaries is that we're like a foam wall. Okay. Now, I used to say a wall, but I didn't really love that analogy, because if we think about someone who's pushing up against a stone wall, eventually that person, when they're hitting and hitting against that wall, they're getting hurt, right? But if we think of ourselves as a soft foam wall, which is still very firm, it still doesn't fall, okay? And that person can push and push and push against the wall. Eventually, they will release their energy and relax, but the foam wall is still standing, and neither have they gotten hurt, okay? When you're setting a limit, and before you set this limit, knowing that you know that there's going to be a fight, again, I would really advise you to get some listening time before you do it. Prepare yourself. It's going to be tough. He's going to not like it. They're going to give me arguments. They're going to shout. They're going to do this. Prepare the rest of the household too. Warn them. Give them earplugs if they need. Make sure you have support. Do you have someone to tag in for you, especially when you get like overwhelmed or tired? Once you've prepped yourself, you feel resourced, you may want to just introduce the rule during the day, saying, you know what, we've been having a lot of back and forth about taking the phone at night. I'm going to let you know that tonight I will be taking the phone at 10 p.m. He may start giving you some, lip back then, or getting upset from earlier on. Great. The less you have to do at night, the better. If you can stay listen as much as possible. What you need to remember here is that when they are upset, they are going to be saying things that are not pleasant, potentially. You just need to remind yourself not to take it personally and to keep being that foam wall, okay? So when you are saying, yeah, I'm sorry, you're not going to have the phone. Oh, you're the worst mom in the world. Everyone else gets to keep their phone. Why do you have to be so different? I know. But we're going to take, in this house, we're going to take the phone at 10 p.m. Now remember, fewer words, the better. You've probably given him all the lectures and he knows why, and he knows that he's tired in the morning. He knows all that. So at this point, you probably don't need to say anything else. You just need to be that firm wall, okay? So if he says whatever he says, you're just going to take it, let it wash over you like water off a duck's back, and you're just going to be that firm wall. Eventually, either he's going to break into tears or he's going to give in. Or, and I don't know where he's at this point, he may get a little bit aggressive, okay? If that happens, you need to be ready for it, okay? One of the things Patty does say is that as our kids grow, we need to go to the gym, because we need to be able to be that firm, give them that pushback that they need, stop them gently, remind them, I can't let you hurt me, but also physically turn yourself so that they can't attack you or they can't hurt you. Okay. The other thing I wanted to say was that try as much as possible to give that connection as well beforehand. So with 14-year-olds, I'm not sure how open they are to special time, but we do what we call unannounced special time, where we in our head say, you know what, I'm just going to go in and connect with them for 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes. I'm not going to let them know necessarily, but if they're sitting on the sofa, if they're watching something, if they're, I don't know, kicking around a ball, I'm just going to go join them. So go sit next to them, put your arm around them, etc. Just pour in your connection in those 10 minutes. If they're not used to it, they might say, what are you doing? I'm just here. I just want to chill with you for 5 minutes. I'm just checking in. I just felt like giving you a hug. Yeah. So you're pouring in the connection and then you're setting the limit. So those are some things that you can try. Try pouring in connection during the day. Try mentioning the limit earlier on, and being, when you have more resource, perhaps you're not as tired as in the evening. But then prepare yourself that they are going to be upset. He is going to be upset. He is going to say stuff, and that's okay. He is going to give you a fight, but that's okay. You be that firm foam wall and you take it all in. Remember, don't take it personally at that moment in time. Remember, his brain is switched off. He's not thinking straight. He's just working on instinct, and he will be fighting out. You have to be firm. Make sure you're supported if you can get any support. If you're getting overwhelmed, for example, tag out and get dad to come in or somebody else to come in and also hold that limit. And eventually, he'll burst into tears, at which point you can stay, listen, or he might then just get, tired, or you might bring in a little bit of play and be like, give me the phone now. I am so tired. I want to go to sleep. You can be a little bit playful and see if that helps. It might change the tone and help him just make that transition. But I hope that helps. You got this.